What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. Yo, look, man, I came across this video earlier, a little while ago, actually, today, of Brittany Renner going off on Pearl. They have a podcast together, apparently, and Pearl triggered Brittany. She triggered her, and she went off. She completely went off. And as a podcast host, and as a woman, this is not how you are supposed to act at all. But Brittany Renner, if y'all don't know, she's a 304. If you don't know what that means, look it up. But she's a 304 who's very masculine. She's very aggressive. And she's just a horrible example of what a woman is and should be. So we're going to react to this and just see how crazy this shit gets. You feel me?
So now we're moving right along to a segment called Panel Pull Out. Pull out. I see what we did there. So each host will pull something from the internet or socials that they would like to address with that specific host. Sounds a little messy. We're gonna start with Pearl.
Sounds so messy.
Ooh,
We're gonna start
very
with Pearl.
messy.
I'm first.
Yes. I mean, at first, yeah.
Oh my
Okay,
God.
so I saw something that you retweeted.
This is where it gets crazy. This is where it starts.
Brittany, and it was
Girl,
something about
tread lightly,
and it was something.
Did y'all catch that? She said tread lightly. Tread lightly. She already knows. She's already putting herself in defense mode with that. She's already putting herself in defense mode. And if y'all not familiar with Pearl, she is the female version of Myron Gaines from Fresh and Fit. If y'all have seen Fresh and Fit before, Myron is the light-skinned guy, the Arab-looking dude, and Fresh is the dark-skinned, simp-looking guy. Those are those guys. But Pearl is the female version of Myron. Literally. But you heard her say tread lightly, so let's see how lightly it gets.
Something about female intuition,
Okay.
and I just don't think female intuition exists. I think female intuition is terrible.
I think it's terrible in what way?
we make terrible choices as women. So people will always say, "Oh, my female."
She's not wrong. She's not wrong. Women make terrible choices. That's facts. So don't get mad and triggered about it. It's the fucking truth. She's a prime fucking example. But she knows that. She knows that. That's why she's starting to get triggered, because she knows that.
Female intuition, I knew because of my female intuition. And yeah, I don't think it's really a thing.
Well, intuition, just simply put, is heightened awareness. And so it stems from when women were at home with children and had to be tuned into what was going on. So intuition doesn't just stop at children, it's across the board. So if you aren't tuned into your intuition, that's a you thing.
No. I just look at the choices we make,
We or you?
We as women. I mean,
Let's make it about you. What kind of choices do you make?
Look at.
She's not talking about you or herself. She's talking about in general. And you'll see how she tried to, we or you. She's just trying to throw it off on like, oh, so you make those type of choices or what? She's talking about in general. Majority of women. Not all, but majority.
Look at.
What kind of choices do you make?
Okay, what kind of choices do you make, Brittany?
And that right there. Yeah. She ain't like that. She was triggered. She was triggered when she brought up the tweet. But now she about to be even more triggered, bruh.
But you're the one who's, we're talking, you're saying that females don't make good choices,
well,
so
look at, we own the majority. I have no debt, right? But women in general.
That's because you're from a rich family, girl.
In general, women.
You're from a rich family, so what are you talking about? You have no debt, girl.
Women in general have a
Congratulations. You don't get a fish don't get applauded for
I'm
swimming.
lucky. That's why I said I'm lucky.
Okay, so for you, so why lead with that? So why lead with that?
You don't have to be from a rich family to not be in debt. There are normal, regular people who are not in debt. There are rich people who are in debt and not good debt. So that doesn't really mean absolutely anything. You don't have to be from a rich family to not be in debt. She was just using herself an example that she's not in debt. So let's continue and see where this goes.
So why lead with that?
You asked for an example, and I'm going to give it to
giving
you.
you
Do you want me to start?
Girl, okay.
Okay.
Let me tell you what
Wait a minute, let's talk about
what we're not gonna do, because you have a history of doing this. Because I'm familiar with you. Okay.
Childish behavior, bro.
Girl, what you like to do is you like to say these really stupid fucking comments, right? And then so what you do, then you like sit back and then you're like, you think you're so smart, you have this fucking smug ass look on your face, and then you're waiting for someone to give you that like emotional, like passionate response. So then you can sit there and be super dismissive and really kind of just gaslight. And I don't know, as a female.
Gaslight?
No.
Gaslight?
Yeah, do you know what that word means?
You guys use it for everything.
You guys.
Go ahead.
Okay, you know what's funny about using you guys is
Okay.
seriously, it kind of feels like the only thing that is actually feminine about you is that you have a vagina.
Okay.
Because I feel like, there's like a man on the panel.
Okay, and what's feminine about you, Brittany?
Everything is feminine about me.
Oh, hell
Come
no.
on.
Oh, hell no.
Bruh.
Now, if you guys are familiar with Brittany, she is not feminine. She may look feminine. She's not an ugly woman at all, but there is nothing feminine about her. She is extremely aggressive. She's extremely masculine. She's a 304. There's nothing feminine about her at all. So for her to sit there and say the only thing feminine about Pearls, you got a vagina. Well, bitch, have you looked in the mirror? Because you are not feminine at all. There's nothing feminine about you at all. And any of the podcasts and shows that she's done, she's always made herself to be an aggressive, masculine, argumentative woman. And that's exactly what she is. So for her to talk shit on Pearl is kind of pathetic.
Like, I'm not trying to go personal here. So I don't know why you're
For
trying to
real.
make this personal.
No, you made it personal when you
I
when
said
you led with,
when
hey, I don't have any debt.
I don't know.
As if that's a flex because your parents have money.
You asked.
What have you actually earned for yourself?
Brittany, you asked.
Bitch, what have you earned for yourself? What the fuck? What? You're a 304 who use your looks for you to be able to have the opportunity to sleep with men with money. What the fuck have you done? You only became known because of your looks and the shit that you did to your baby daddy. And the shit that you was saying back then, I was wilding. Like, what the fuck?
Asked me. I'm saying in general, women own the majority of debt. We don't make great choices. If we look at who we pick, let's look at romantic decisions. Women don't make very good romantic decisions
She
in
knows
general.
about that.
Point
Brittany
that needs
does.
to be made though, and that's the fact that what I heard Brittany say earlier was she's talking about people who have there's a deep heightened intuition, and I think where the conversation is splitting is the fact that you're actually talking about people who don't have that, who have it turned off, who are disconnected
Like her.
from their intuition, who don't make poor decisions. We make poor decisions. Like when we actually go down to the root of why it is that we make these poor decisions, there's layers and layers and layers and layers to it. And more of it is going to come from just like the science and backing that you kind of put into collective bundles that ultimately just come from who? The white man that you were raised by. So when it comes,
That's the reason that she doesn't have any debt.
I'm just saying, so
No,
there's a certain level of understanding that's not there.
You asked for
So
an
that's not
example.
you making a decision.
But,
That's
okay,
you being
okay,
born
okay,
into white
okay,
privilege, and we
okay.
need you to acknowledge that.
Okay,
So that's
what-
not a decision that
Oh,
you
shit.
made.
There we go. This has turned into the race card being pulled now. White privileged. She's white privileged because she doesn't have any debt, but yet there are a lot of white people who have debt. There are black people who don't have debt. There are black people who do have debt. There are Asians who don't have debt. There are Asians who do have debt. That doesn't mean absolutely anything. There was no point in you bringing up white privilege, because if we're going to be completely real here, Brittany Renner has pretty privilege. She's been able to use her looks to get what the fuck she wants. She's used her looks in order for her to sleep with men with money that will be able to take care of her, where she doesn't have to pay for shit. They take care of everything. If we're going to sit here and pull that goddamn card that she got white privilege, you got pretty privilege. You sleep with men who are high value, who have money in order to fund you and your lifestyle. So are you not privileged? I mean, for God fucking sake, we talking about white privilege. The bitch got on a blonde wig. She has on a blonde wig talking about white privileged. Chad, you can't make this shit up, bro. You can't.
That is the way you came into this. And honestly,
Right, it was given.
girl, you're a family of like 9 or 10. Like all that's how your dad set you up. So there are things that you genuinely did not have to experience.
Right.
You don't fucking know. You get to sit there
but-
again,
but I-
smug as
but I
fuck.
think
So
it's
you don't
it's
you haven't even had to make any decisions. You're the same person. You are the same person that the last time I saw you accidentally shut the fuck
Brittany,
up.
why
Shut
are
the
you
fuck up
yelling
when
at
I'm
me?
talking.
Oh
And
my
you get to go.
God. Is that how you supposed to act as a woman? Is that a feminine woman to y'all? Is what she displaying right now? Is that a feminine woman? Is that a feminine woman at all? Shut the fuck up. You're a host. Is that how you supposed to be? No. But Brittany Renner is again a 304. She's masculine. She's aggressive. She's fucking just dumb as hell. She's a horrible type of person. And again, she's privileged. She's pretty privileged because there are women out there who are the best looking women who will never ever be able to get to experience the things that she's been able to experience. Especially in today's day and age, looks play a big part, especially with women. They know their looks matter, so they use their looks as a privilege to get what they want. There are women out there who ain't never worked a job, but will sit here and have dudes paying for them, paying their rent, paying their bills, giving them money just for the fuck of it. I mean, for God's sakes, only fucking fans. You got girls on there who are fresh out of fucking high school, never worked a job a day in their life, making 6 figures a year from a bunch of simp ass dudes paying their bills. Are they not privileged? You're privileged. You got dudes taking care of you. So how are you going to talk shit on somebody being white privileged when race really don't mean shit at all in this whole situation? But since you wanted to bring it up, you're talking shit on her because she's white privileged, but you're pretty privileged. If her daddy set her up and paid off of her debt, okay, cool. I mean, that's what parents do. But there are all different races of families that do that. There are Mexican families that do that. There are white families that do that. There are black families that do that. There are Asian families that do that. There are all different type of races of families that do that exact same thing. So that doesn't mean absolutely nothing. But because she's triggered and she just wants to feel good about herself because she knows that everything that Pearl is saying is fucking true about herself. It's literally true about her goddamn self. You got pretty privileged, girl. You've been able to sleep with men that have been able to fund your life and you didn't have to do anything. Yeah, you may be able to start a podcast now and shit like that, but where did that all come from? If you don't know I'm not gonna say her upbringing, but when she blew up, it's because she was dating a NBA player and had a kid by him, and she was out just talking reckless and doing whole shit, and now she went and gonna put him on child support, and I think bro was paying like $20K a month in child support. $20K. 20 bands. Bro, that's $200,000 a year you getting from child support for one kid because of your kid's dad is in the NBA. Your pretty privileged looks have been able to put you in that position to do that because a lot of women ain't getting that amount of money at all. So it's pathetic that she would even try to use that as a fucking scapegoat.
You're the same person who accidentally spent $50,000 and your dad was able to pay it off on your credit card. Yes, you did when you spent.
I didn't actually accidentally.
You're the one who said an accident. I spent over my limit. That's what you said. That's what you said. So again, an unreal. That's what you said.
Can I say
That's what you said.
Can
The last time that I saw you, yes.
This turned into a 3v1. We got 3 black females and 1 white girl.
So again, we're going back to your girl. What the shit that comes? That's what I'm saying. The shit that comes out of your mouth. You literally just say whatever.
What are you?
Shit
Why are you getting so mad over?
Because honestly, you're fucking delusional.
Brittany.
Bitch, you delusional. She's fucking delusional. What the? Oh my God, this girl is slow as shit, boy.
Don't Brittany. Go ahead.
I mean, Brittany, I do think there's one thing that we have to say. If you're gonna yell at me, I'm not gonna do the show. Like you don't have to scream at me. That's so disrespectful. You know, I'm not here to get that's like you don't have to be rude. I don't.
Exactly. And y'all see her shrug her shoulders at the end like she doesn't give a shit. She really definitely doesn't care, but I'm pretty sure that they do this show together. her actions and the way that she displayed proved her points, bro. She went off on her for absolutely no reason. You're having an adult conversation, and you went and turned it into an adult conversation from one person into a child conversation from yourself, which makes absolutely no sense at all. Calling her white privileged, but you're pretty privileged. Her daddy may have paid off her fucking debt, but you got a whole bunch of dudes giving you money for the fucks of it because of how you look and because you fucking suck some good dick. That's it. So let's not sit here and contradict ourselves on privileges. I hate the fact that they brought up race in here, because race had absolutely nothing to do with it. But of course, sorry, I'm keeping it 100. I don't give a fuck if you don't like it or not, but you got 3 black women using the excuse of your white privilege, and they're basically insinuating, well, we're black. We didn't have that upbringing that you had. Not all black people do, but there are a lot of black people who are rich and have good upbringings. How you would be able to handle those upbringings is a choice. It literally is a choice. But for her to sit there and say that, and you got pretty privilege, you came up off of your looks. You came up off of being a 304. So how the fuck are you going to sit there and give somebody else shit when you the worst of them all? It's not her fucking fault her daddy wants to take care of her. When all dads want to take care of their daughters. Don't be fucking mad at her because your daddy wasn't around. Deal with it. But then you got pretty privilege coming up, and you use that to an example. So what the fuck? Even after the show, they continue to talk shit on her when she was gone, and to continue to bring race into it and all this type of shit. And yeah, I'm not watching the whole thing. And if you guys want to go and watch it, you guys can find it and see how delusional that she really is. But that's it for me, man. I'm gonna catch y'all later. Peace.